cannot go wrong. This is why I'm mentioning this video. These are like you cannot go wrong products.
What is it? Okay, it's the CeraVe Hydrating to Foam. What is it?
If you're a makeup girly like me, or if you simply just don't know where to start, or if you just are in need of some new products, or you just want to be a little bit nosy on my everyday skincare routine, go ahead and stay tuned. These products are results driven, researched on, let alone by me, let alone by people who actually created these products. And these are all affordable products that can be found at your local Target. Ulta, outlining the basis of where to start. If you wear makeup, especially every day like me, like you really would recommend following this routine and tweak these products, see how it fits you for your skincare. I am a dry skin girly. I am a little bit more dry leaning. I do get hormonal outbreaks in my skin, especially in my jaw. I just want to let that be known so you guys can understand what you're working with for the most part, like who you're talking with, and what kind of skin they're dealing with. So yeah, however, let's get into it. CeraVe Hydrating Cream to Foam Cleanser. I only use this cleanser when my face feels extremely dirty or when I'm wearing makeup. Baby, look at the packaging. It literally says removes makeup, because it does. Baby, that makeup is coming off, and I'm talking about eye makeup as well. Yeah. That's just why I had to make sure I mentioned this one, because what? It really actually removes makeup without having to you even go into your makeup remover, wipe it, baby. All you gotta do is just go to Target, get this one cleanser. You're set for life. Honestly, you're set. You're good. Then we're about to go on with the second cleanser. This going with either the La Roche-Posay or the Cetaphil Gentle Cleanser for a good minute, no more than a good minute, because I already super cleansed with that first cleanser that got me all the way right. I'm talking about all the way right. I go in with a gentle, much gentle, less stripping. It has a lot more vitamins compacted into this cleanser. That's gonna replenish that moisture and hydration. I love these two cleansers in particular. I alternate, I teeter-totter, depending on how my skin's feeling. So I love these two cleansers right here. I think that if you are lost in the sauce and don't know where to start, or you're just like, hold up, my skin is so dry. Hold up, my skin needs something different. What is going on with my skin? Start here. You can't go wrong. You honestly cannot go wrong. This is why I'm mentioning this video. These are like you cannot go wrong products. You'd actually be doing your skin like a justice, whether it be like the smallest justice of like, okay, at least I'm kind of getting somewhere. You can't go wrong with these products, honestly. Like honestly, you can't. You just can't. Especially if you're using it the way that I'm telling you. If you use it the way that I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong with these products, okay? Okay. Then I go on with a nice hydrating toner or essence. There's a few that I actually rotate in my skincare routine. I've already mentioned the Snail Mucin. I believe I mentioned the Thayer's Milky Toner. A lot of different essences and toners that I do alternate depending on my skin needs. However, the Snail Mucin you're never wrong with that. It has a lot of hydrating and moisturizing factors like the niacinamide in there. And just organically, the Snail Mucin within itself is hydrating. So I do feel that going with Snail Mucin is the best bet for all skin types currently. Let me figure out where to go. Let's retract. Let's start from the beginning. So Snail Mucin really is one of the great products that I would just start off rip. So yes. Yes. I'm gonna make a lot more videos to come about how we can really get down our skincare routine from home. So, however, I am a nurse. I do want to let that be known. Okay, I have already talked to doctors. I've already talked to dermatologists. I am a nurse myself, and I've personally already done my own research, and I've been in this game of like finding my own products and what works for my own body. Yeah, since I could work. So 16, I've been a product junkie since my whole life, and not just a product junkie, but a product user. Like I'm not one of those people who let products sit on my shelf. I use the product. So yeah, like you're gonna see me alternating it. You're gonna see me using it. And if it doesn't work out for my skin, it gets tossed. Period, point blank. That's just how I am. However, these things are still being researched upon, and I like to kind of think of my way, like myself as a researcher. Honestly, I really do. So I took my time out. I really did. I took my time out, and I used it on my skin. So yes, I will say finding a moisturizer, especially if you are makeup girly, you have to be a little bit careful because you want to make sure these moisturizers are penetrating your skin and actually being sunken into your skin and not just sitting on top of it, because that's where we get all of that rolling, pilling, flaking. Just our faces aren't looking how they're supposed to be honest, and we're thinking that something's wrong with us, and it's actually nothing wrong with us. It's actually this product isn't working well for our skin, and there's a lot of reasons as to why that could be. But I do not want for you to get confused and for you to just go out and buy a whole bunch of moisturizers and thinking that your face is going to be moisturized, because that is not true. Finding one moisturizer that you've probably seen on the market. This is the La Roche-Posay. I'm actually showing it in the video right now. This is a double repair face moisturizer. I like this moisturizer. However, you know how I mentioned pilling, and I mentioned like a little bit of essentially that pilling, a little bit of that product coming off of your face after you applied it on your face. I've actually had that happen before, and doing research, that is something that people also complain about. So I do want to let that be known, but it's a great product. It's super moisturizing, super hydrating. It actually has B5, I believe it has B5 in there. It has like, it has ceramide 3 and niacinamide in there. It has prebiotic thermal water. And there's also a few other products that I use with thermal water. However, cleansing truly is going to actually give you that moisture, and toners and layering effectively. If you are struggling with moisture retention, that is truly what is actually going to keep that moisture in, on top of adding that layer of sealant, aka the La Roche-Posay moisturizer. That can be, again, depending on your skin type. You have to see what works for you. So if you already been using La Roche-Posay and you're like, hold up, this actually does moisturize my skin, so let's look at the cleansing and let's look at the toner. Now, if you already have like good cleansing and toning, and you're like, wait a second, my moisture is just like not lasting on your skin, even 1 to 2 hours after that, that's a problem that we have to look into, honestly. Because your face routine, you should be feeling after the fact. You should be feeling moisturized, hydrated, plumped, like rejuvenated. So yeah, yes. These are the things that so far I will start off with. So alrighty. Last but not least, you want to ensure that you're having a good sunscreen. Low-key, I didn't even want to say that, because what am I talking about right now? Sunscreen? What are you talking about? I don't know why, for some reason, social media doesn't like, or let alone just healthcare, doesn't talk about the true benefits of sunscreen. Number 1, prevents hyperpigmentation from getting darker. Essentially, if you had a pimple and it left a scar there on your face, sunscreen is going to help minimize that and also prevent and protect your skin from hyperpigmenting. Sunscreen helps prevent maturation, aka aging. Essentially, UV exposure breaks down collagen. Sunscreen protects your skin from that UV exposure. So, aka you're protecting yourself from losing that collagen. So, protects the skin barrier. Definitely. We already kind of lightly touched on that. Helps skincare products work better when we have our sunscreen. It's also having a protective layer for us, for our skin. So because we did these tweaks, we did these things, we went in, we're the ones touching our face. You know what I'm saying? And nonetheless, even if we're not touching our face, the environment is touching our face. So we gotta be careful. AKA sunscreen it up. I need to do better. I do. I'm gonna be fully transparent. I was terrible. And I was a tanner. So there's that. I was a tanner, so yeah. Probably not the best person to be saying use sunscreen, but I feel that I am learning, and smack on the hand for me, because what was I doing? Aging myself, honestly. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Stay tuned for more, because I'm going to be uploading more. Thank you so much. Much love.